Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have the buried secrets of World War II. This is from National Geographic, of course, and you're like, oh good, another World War II documentary. Yeah, we thought that was just for the History Channel. No, National Geographic has their share, and it is from 2019. It's one season. It is a series of six episodes. I only watched the first one. They're each about 44 or so minutes each, and they go over all the different stages of World War II. And it's not just like, hey, here's some history. Here's what happened and when and why and who was involved. It's very much set in the modern day, but it looks at the history we know, starting with Pearl Harbor, where it all started for the United States. What made it into a world war, yeah, it was a European action before. It was a European kind of problem that that the United States did our best to ignore or just go, well, here's a little bit of help and go get them, Churchill, kind of thing. But what put us into the mix was, of course, the bombing of Pearl Harbor by the Japanese in 1945, 44. Jeez. Okay, I got my dates all mixed up, but still, it's been a while. And what we get in this is not just history, but we get an exploration of how and why and how it all happened through science and through technology. So it's not just about pointing at that and saying that was a battleship over there. That's where a plane crashed. This is the direction they came from, and then showing some black and white old footage from back in the day. Now this is literally taking drones. It's taking scanners. I believe a LiDAR scanner and all sorts of different levels of technology to look at things in a new way. And it's basically guys just geeking out over their toys, just going, ooh, what does this do? Well, it does this, and this, I can't believe it. That kind of discussion. And you get to see the results of it. There's one thing that was kind of dorky, is the idea that when they took the USS Arizona, which was the first and I think the most damaged ship, it's the crown jewel of the Pacific Fleet. It was, if you go to Pearl Harbor now, there is that huge memorial place that shows you the history and everything about it, that is built right over the sunken ship. And they're able to go in there and scan everything and get a new view of this in detail, down to the tile work in certain parts of the exposed parts of the ship, to give it a level of humanity, to realize it's not just a sunken ship. This was a living place where people worked and lived. It was their service, the place where they served. And many of them, thousands of them, did not make it out. And up until 9/11, it was the biggest military attack on, military, terrorist, whatever you want to call it. It was the biggest, bloodiest attack on U.S. soil in our history at one time. Yeah, not a prolonged war like the Civil War, which is a lot more, but I'm saying single attack kind of thing. So yeah, you get to see not just how it looked, what happened, but then you get some context, and you get to see, and these guys get to see people who've worked there their entire lives preserving this monument, this memory, and everything that went into it. You get to see it from a new view, some digital recreations in some detail that are just amazing. Like I said, the dorky thing that I totally got sidetracked on, the dorky thing is they take a digital recreation of that ship and put it on the beach, but it's not really there. And the guy's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Like, dude, they did not project a realistic ship onto the beach. He's looking at it as a human would look at the ship at scale, sitting on the beach in all of its underwater damage. It looks, you can see where the blast took place. You can see all these different things, but they put this digital thing on a beach. It's kind of like putting an AT-AT from Star Wars on the beach. It's not really there, but it's like, hey, the rebels are looking at it. It's he's one of the rebels. He's not shooting at it. I'm just saying he's pretending for our sake that it's really there. But yeah, there's other ways they display it, and ways to really look at how that history comes together, and it's kind of neat. I appreciate this multi-pronged approach, not just focusing on history as so many documentaries have before, but digging up pieces of history, some details that we wouldn't get. We haven't been able to get in past generations because the technology wasn't there. And it's not just about, let's recreate the Arizona, but it's also about recreating other places, the airfields that were attacked, the Marines, I think, where they were attacked, where the planes were in place. I keep thinking the Marines, the Air Force was only created later. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm just saying, as a result of things that happened in World War II. Right? Either way, I don't know everything. Come on. And this thing is, I just literally stepped from the other room where I watched it to come in here and talk about it. There's no script here, as you can probably tell. It's just who I am. It's me reacting in the moment to what I've just seen. And so, get a natural reaction, and hopefully you can appreciate these things. If you're a history buff, if you're a technology buff, and you want to see those worlds collide in one place, this is it. Yeah, there's a lot, so many documentaries about World War II. I appreciate the different angle it takes. And there are other buried secrets of blah and blah. I think the Titanic and some other things that really go into depth with how these things, they really use technology to go into depth to research these areas that were mostly untouchable, mostly unsearchable in some ways, to the degree that they can do these days. Or at least in 2019, it's probably even better now. Anyway, let's pick tomorrow's episode. 203. 203 corresponds to... Scroll. Oh, I think we got... This is another documentary. I told you the other day that there are more documentaries on here than probably any two of the other categories combined. Yeah, more than 110 at this point. Yeah. So we're going to definitely go through a lot of documentaries over the next year-ish that I have left of these things. As we even add more on, more stuff's going to get added all the time. But they just really crank out the documentaries over the National Geographic. It's just crazy. But this is a series as well. We're going to watch one episode. And this is called Secrets of the Zoo, North Carolina. Yeah, there's a bunch of series that focus on different zoos around the U.S. I think they did Tampa. I don't know. They did a bunch. And so this one's in North Carolina. Secrets of the Zoo in North Carolina is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.